Hi folks, have you ever been stumbling on something and you find something you can't believe? I asked the question, in what scenario will a dominant gene will be wiped out by a recessive gene? Okay, that's what I asked it. Here's what it said. A dominant gene will be wiped out or eliminated by a recessive gene in a population when the dominant phenotype is heavily selected against. Selected against. That's why nobody wants to do anything for black people. Everything's against them. While dominant genes are expressed more frequently, their survival depends on the environment rather than their dominance. Okay, the environment. Let's look at what the environment is talking about. In the dominant trait confers, if the dominant trait confers a severe disadvantage, such as lethality or lethal disease, sterility, birth control, abortion, or an inability to survive in a specific environment. Wow. If you can't survive in an environment where police shooting you down, individuals carrying the gene will not reproduce, allowing the recessive trait to take over the population. Do I need to read that again? Or you want to search yourself? I'm going to keep this in case they change their mind about letting people know about it, because yeah, we living in a predetermined environment. And you people running around here saying, if you can't afford it, you shouldn't have kids. They're creating an environment to where you can't afford it. And then getting you to run around here talking about, if you can't afford it, you shouldn't have. They don't want you to survive. They don't want you to survive. Boy, dominant gene will be wiped out. It didn't say can be wiped out. It said will be wiped out or eliminated by a recessive gene in a population where the dominant phenotype is heavily selected against. Heavily selected against. Hatred of black people is worldwide. How heavy can you get? Huh? How heavy can you get? While dominant genes are expressed more frequently. Their survival depends on environment rather than their dominance. Let me read that again. While dominant genes are expressed more frequently, in other words, they're talking about, they say black, black, black when it's black, but they do not say white, white, white. Do you understand what I'm saying? Expressed more frequently. That means that when a black person do it, everybody talking about it. Black this, blackity black, black did this, they did that. Yeah. But when a white person does it, they don't say it on the news. It was a black man. And when you do a 911 call, you say a man did this, a man did that, they want to know is he black or white. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what they do. Hmm. Mm-mm. If the dominant trait confers a severe disadvantage, that applies, such as lethal or disease, lethality or disease. In other words, I thought he had a weapon. He was reaching for his waistband. He made a sudden move. Disease, sterility. I don't mean to repeat myself, but I gotta hammer this home. Sterility. Huh? Ladies, you getting your tubes tied. You using birth control. They're doing that all over Africa. Huh? So what's going on? You know what's going on, don't you? Sterility, birth control, abortion. You think it's a freedom to have an abortion? My body, my choice? Huh? I ain't gonna. Don't you just hate it when your battery run down right in the middle of it? Looked like that in week 2. Oh, depends on the environment. Oh boy, where was I at? Individuals carrying that gene will not reproduce, allowing the recessive trait to take over the population. Now y'all sitting around here waiting for white people to die out. They said something about they dying out by 2050 or 60 or something like that. They already have something in the process to take you out. So yeah, oh wow. If the dominant trait confers a severe disadvantage. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all they need to do. But will they? No, they won't. It's just a thought. Think about it.